Welcome back to the show, Game On 99.3 Nigeria Info. Femi and the gang here, Sam, Adeze, and of course Tony the Voice here for Tuesday's edition of the show. And before the break we were talking about the Victoria Super Falcons team, and earlier today it did emerge that the presidential spokesman Bayo Ononuga has slammed critics of President Bola Tinubu, who went on to defend his principal's decision to hand national honours as well as cash sums to members of the Victoria Super Falcons side at the just concluded Women's African Cup of Nations. Now, the Justin Madugu-led side won the continent's biggest prize on Sunday after defeating their Moroccan counterparts by 3-2 in a hard-fought game in Rabat. While receiving the team and the trophy on Monday at the presidential villa in Abuja, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu announced a cash reward of the Naira equivalent of $100,000 for each player and $50,000 for each member of the technical crew. He further promised 3-bedroom apartments for all team members in the renewed Hope Housing Estate located in the Federal Capital Territory. However, opinions remain split on the gesture, with some critics calling it excessive and some saying it wasn't enough for this team. Well, in a post on X on Tuesday, Bayo Ononuga said, "When you remember that MultiChoice, the organizers of the BB Naija reality TV show, is offering the winner 150 million naira grand prize, you wonder why some Nigerians are unappreciative of President Tinubu's reward to the Super Falcons." Now, that's the quote there. I say it again. When you remember that MultiChoice, the organizers of the Big Brother Naija reality TV show, is offering the winner 150 million naira grand prize, you wonder why some Nigerians are unappreciative of President Tinubu's reward to the Super Falcons. He added, President Tinubu has rewarded excellence, creativity, hard work, and soccer artistry, and the undying Nigerian spirit. Well, at Monday's reception, the president conferred on each player and member of the coaching crew the National Honor of the Order of the Niger OON. That story I just read from the Nigeria Info website, www.nigeriainfo.fm. Adeza, before the break, you were on a thought about where we should put this. Now, this is not about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Mm-hmm.
This is about the reward. And this is about the progress of Nigerian sports, not just football. So while we appreciate what is a necessity, rewarding excellence, which the president has done, are these talks about it being a little, maybe not a little, being overly excessive? And some are saying it's not even enough to reward this team. Where do you stand on this?
So I feel like, again, so this is, I would say, is reward for the ages.
Okay.
Benefited by one generation. I know why. Now, what I mean is that, again, women's football, so out of 13 editions of this tournament, these girls have won 10 over 13. If they can call it Nigeria Women's Africa Cup of Nations, they can just rename it. So I'm saying that this is a reward for the past generation, the ones in the future. I don't even know what I mean. So the young girls, anybody watching could be like, wow. So there's actually a reward for success. And it's the manner they did it. They went to a tournament, played 6 games, won 5. They did not play extra time. Undefeated. They did not even know. They didn't play no extra time, no penalty. 5 over 6. The Algeria was that, okay, we have already qualified. They could have as well won it. They kept a clean sheet. 6 games, you won 5. And then you got to the final, you were 2 goals down. So I feel like it's a reward for women's football. I don't know if I'm making sense. It's a reward for women's football that have been in the doldrums all along. But the generation is now benefiting from it.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? So they deserve whatever it is, 150 million that they're getting. They deserve it.
Okay. That's justification on one hand. Anthony, do you support Adeze? Do you support those who say it's justify the sum? I think where the problem is here is the sum of the money, the amount we're talking about here. If it's probably said 150 million or 200 million for all of them, split, maybe we won't get this much stakes. And Bayo Ononuga coming out to say why? I mean, look at the example he's drawn, and this is not a jibe at the reality TV show.
That's a terrible example. BB Naija is privately funded. The other is taking from, public wealth. public funds, taxpayers' money. So, I mean, the feeling the sentiment is different. That's a very, I mean,
is he supposed to be removing the money from his?
I mean,
personal?
That's what. Well, he can, of course.
If he were bringing out that sum from his
can,
personal pockets, we know where that conversation will swing to.
Yeah. I mean, he can do that. Mr. President is that rich. He can do that if he wants to. But you and I know this is like he did say on behalf of the country.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Somebody told me something this morning when I was on the phone with one of our big colleagues, and then he said it could be a sleep.
Yes, I saw.
That could be a sleep.
No, it's not a sleep.
That could be a sleep. I mean, that he wanted to say $10,000, and then he now said $100,000.
I'm sure he knew what he was saying.
And then he said we should keep our fingers crossed. Of course, we have some of them that they can. When the money's dropped, they will tell us whether it was a sleep or not. But I don't think it was a sleep.
No, I think it was intentional.
It was intentional. It was not a sleep. It can't be a sleep.
Okay.
$100,000.
Is this the best way to reward our athletes, sports athletes this time, whether it's swimmers, it's judokas, chess players, footballers, men and women? Is this the best way to reward them? I know many would say, oh, look at the situation the Falcons have had to go through, lack of good enough preparations, the economy in the country is not the best and all of that. If we're talking about sports and reward, we calculated that money was what, 4-point-something billion?
Yes.
That money builds a stadium almost.
Maybe.
Almost
You
builds
can
a good enough
construct.
stadium.
Yeah, I can construct one stadium. Yeah.
Or build a couple of sports facilities, grassroots facilities that people could use and all
And
of
train,
that. Yeah, shouldn't we be putting such monies into that? Is that the best way to reward a sports team for such feat?
Is that the best way? No, I don't think it's the best way. I think that we can have multiple truths coexist. I think that cash is good, but you have to be sensitive to the times. You have to.
Which he was.
Well, some will say he wasn't because, like we have said, I mean, the women's game in Nigeria is heavily underfunded. All right. I mean, you go down to the Nigerian Women's Football League and you see the plight of a lot of girls. Your people some Nigerians are upset because they believe that, hey, the game in the country is not developing. All right. There are no structures. We're just throwing money, especially the amount of money. I mean, if this was $20,000 or $30,000, that perhaps wouldn't be a lot of problem. But something that $100,000 for a competition that they have routinely won over time feels like just like an overkill. Listen, I think that this is just a clarion call. I don't think that we can maintain this rhythm. It will be wastefulness, to be honest. I don't think we can maintain it, and that's why I worry. I mean, we have the Afro Basket now currently going on for the ladies. If they win, I'm sure that they will be expecting something in that regard.
Yeah.
Can we maintain that with all of our teams that go on to win major tournaments? I don't know if that is the right way to go. I think that if there is the monies, if there are these kind of monies available, then they should go to the right places. Our girls or our athletes can be rewarded with national awards. I think that is great. I mean, the ON,
but that's
that
not
is
gonna
great.
put food on the table,
No, I know that is great. Housing, I mean, the houses that they were giving, that is great as well. The money is good as well. But remember, the crux of conversation here is how much. It's not
the money being given, it's how much that's being given.
See, giving out money for winning is a global practice. In 2023, when the Spanish women won the World Cup, they were giving $100,000. In 2022, was it 2022, Ada, when England won the Euros, the ladies, they were giving $73,000
each.
Now, you may want to say these are developed countries who have proper systems, proper structures, but for Nigeria, who, according to stats,
we're third world.
80. over 80 million people are probably living below expected standards and all of that. So it's a lot of worry from that perspective. But like Adam might have said, that hey, this looks like a reward for that has
previous set of class of 1991 see a class of future to come that one set now benefited. They have been suffering.
All right, let's put a pause on that because we've got on the line the media officer for the Super Falcons of Nigeria with us, back from such a wonderful journey in Rabat. Her name is Mary Akinshola. Mary, good evening to you. Welcome to Nigeria Info. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can. Good evening.
Good evening to you. I've got, I'm Samuel Victor Ackman. I've got a Daisy Michael, and I've got my colleague Anthony The Voice here. And we're so proud of you and the girls for what they've achieved. But first of all, tell us what was the experience in Morocco like for you? First time with the team in that capacity as media officer. What was the feeling like for you when Mission X was finally accomplished?
It was. Hi, Adese. Hi, Anthony.
Yeah, you're welcome, Mary.
Let me apologize. Sorry, but he had to do this.
No worries.
She's jaded. She sounds jaded.
Yeah, hangover party.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're. But back to the question. So for me, of course, it was the first time, and one thing I've always held close to my heart is any opportunity to represent the country, to contribute my quota to improving the country in any capacity is a great one, and I will give everything to it. And I was really lucky, getting into camp, meeting the girls, meeting the fellow officials. It was really an exciting experience because everyone was so welcoming, everyone was so heartwarming. It felt like home away from home. We went through all of this together. And I'm just really grateful for the group I have become a part of, and I'm just so glad for the amazing things that we have begun to do and the ones we will do together.
Amazing. I want to ask, in your words, how big is this achievement for Nigeria? That's on the one hand. And secondly, we heard a lot about, we saw a lot about the good things from here in Lagos and the other parts of Nigeria. But I'm sure there were behind the scenes stories that were not so positive that we probably didn't know about, you girls in Morocco and all of that. What were those challenges the team faced in Morocco that we didn't get to know or read about? And that's the second question. And the first one, like I said, how big is this feat in your own words?
Okay, I'll start with the first. How big? I think one of the things that emphasizes how big this is the reception that the team has gotten all over the world right now. The Super Falcons of Nigeria is the only team that is a team with the highest number of continental titles. They've got 10 continental titles. The USA has got 9. China has got 9. And when you hold such a position anywhere in the world, you definitely deserve all of the flowers and all of the accolades that comes with it. Okay. It's a big one. It's a big one. It's huge, of course, for the team itself, for the ladies, even for just for the coming generation, for the young girl out there who maybe sometimes people tell that, you play football, but what exactly are you going to do with this? You don't have so many opportunities with it and all of that. And then the young girl just looks up to the Super Falcons of Nigeria and says, oh, we've got some amazing ladies out there doing great things. I can definitely be that someday. So that just goes to show how huge, such a feat is. And, of course, the expression, the love, the support that Femi Nigerians have shown in this team so far has also been really great and encouraging, and it also goes a long way to emphasize how big this feat is. To be honest, I think even for the girls, most of the time, since we won, most of the time we just talk about it. They're kind of like, oh, we understand that we did something huge, but I think it's a feeling that's going to sink in little by little, and then it's going to take a while to sink in, and then by the time they finally get there, and there's this realization that, wow, we actually did do a thing. So basically, it's a really big one.
Truly.
But, talking about challenges that we faced in Morocco, we just got back to be, I have, just like David said, I don't want to use the word like out of it. I am barely there, so I can't. But, it wasn't rosy.
Okay.
I'll probably say the biggest one that comes to mind for me was walking into that stadium of over, which, sat like over 20,000 Moroccans on the final day. When you walk into such an atmosphere where the first time you step on the pitch, because I remember vividly, when we got to the stadium, players, we went to the dressing room and then we went out to get a feel of the pitch. And then we just stepped out. I remember I was kind of like the third person to step out because I was with the coach. 2 players had stepped out before me.
Okay.
By the time we're like 3, 4, 5 getting into the pitch, we just had this booze. It was so loud. Personally, I don't think I've ever heard something like that ever in my life. I remember talking to myself and being like, wait, probably this dread or this chill. It's kind of probably what, Daniel felt when he found himself in the den of lions for the first time. Because, God, it was so chilling. And the booze it was going from this lower range to like higher decibels, and you could feel it.
I can imagine.
You felt it. It was thick. You could feel the the scare that they were trying to instill in the players, which is why, I do understand like so many people saying, we went down 2 goals in the first half, and all. I do understand lots of the perspective in that direction, to be honest. But as someone who experienced all of that firsthand, I tell you, it's memorable. Let me use that word. It's memorable. But I think challenges we faced, it's something that we'll probably just dissect much later.
Okay.
But we're here now.
Yeah, it's time to celebrate and not talk about negative things. But let's come back to yesterday's reception from the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And this morning, we woke up to news of the president's spokesperson, Bayo Onanuga, defending the president's decision to award cash sums to the tune of 150 million naira to each member of the Super Falcons team. He said it was success that deserves that much celebration and all of that the president said. Now, with people saying that's a little too excessive from the president and that generating conversation today, others are saying that's not even enough for that sort of feat that they achieved. What's your response to such comments saying that maybe these girls do not deserve that much of a cash sum for the feats they had, and that money probably could have gone into grassroots development of women's football in Nigeria?
No comment.
Okay. All right, we respect that. We respect that. But going back to the challenges you mentioned, I mean, you said it's only time to celebrate the success of the team and all of that. You spoke about the intimidation from the Moroccan side. How then, when you walked back into the dressing room after the warm up and all of that, what then was said? How then did you manage, the manager and yourself, manage to motivate the girls to come back and pull such an incredible comeback?
Interestingly, I did not. I was with them before they went onto the pitch in the first half, but I did not go to the dressing room.
Okay.
During the half time, I wasn't in the dressing room with them during the half time, so I can't, speak to what the manager said in that time space. But after we left the pitch, just before the game started at all, like before kick-off, and we went back in the dressing room, it's basically the same thing the coach says to the girls, like before every game, let them know, yes, we're here to get a job done. We've got 6 games to win. We've won 5. It's time to win the 6th one. All that motivation, it's definitely paid up at the end.
Okay. Is the pressure of doing more or better in subsequent editions of the AFCON or probably at the world stage now mounting even more on the Super Falcons of Nigeria, knowing what they've achieved? I mean, if they're won it for a 10th time, Nigeria have never gone beyond the quarterfinals at the world stage, never won the Olympic goals for women. Is there more pressure now on going and achieving more on the global stage?
all the time, I would always say that what people call pressure isn't really pressure to resolve. It's more of a motivation.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's the perspective with which you decide to see these things. Now, if you listen to the text, full text of the speech that was given by the captain yesterday at the state dinner, she emphasized how much even the Super Falcons of Nigeria themselves want to become global champions. Yes, we have conquered Africa, but there is so much more land to conquer. And that's the next step. So it's not pressure. It's more of motivation.
Okay. Motivation, not pressure. I like the way you say that. What then can we do to motivate further to getting that global success achieved? Does it come to developing more grassroots football? What does it come down to? Motivation for the girls, financial? What is it in your words that we can do to ensure that that success on the global stage happens?
I think there's a whole lot we can do. We have been doing, and there's a whole lot we can continue to do, of course, to ensure that, just like I would say, improving their conditions, workers, and things like that, which is of course something that is already in the works. We've seen that to a large extent, which is of course what's producing some of these results that we are currently seeing. For example, this 10th platform. So, like I said, it's like a large conversation that we definitely can't exhaust, in a couple of seconds.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mary. This was a quick chat, and we're so glad that you could spare 10-15 minutes to talk to us. Hopefully, we can get you physically in the studio some other time, but enjoy your time back in Nigeria. Enjoy the incredible feat you've achieved, and hopefully we get to speak to you some other time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Appreciate you. Okay. We have to jet off on a break. When we come back, we'll be dissecting what the media officer of the Super Falcons have told us, and also opening the phone line to get to hear from you about the conversation about reward for sportsmen and women in Nigeria. Following the success of the Super Falcons, we'll be right back.
Who's in sports after this?
My ions, please.
Sonia tomato mix in a new standard pouch.
What can your bank do for you?
Meet Jane, 25 years old. She's been having troubles acquiring a loan from her bank.
This is not okay at all. I've been on this queue forever, and you're saying I should fill another form. What's going on?
What can your bank do for you?
Meet Frank, 27 years old, held up in traffic and making fruitless transactions.
Mama, I have saved the airtime, even the electricity charges. I don't know why it's so difficult making this payment.
Introducing Sufri, a lifestyle digital bank that's designed just for you. With one click, you can make easy and fast payment transactions, pay bills, and even acquire easy loans. Hurry and download the Sufri app on your Play Store. Visit sufrisufri.com for more information. Sufri, borderless banking.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain?
It's Toby Chio.
My goodness. When did he grow up?
That's it with kids, so. It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Make I ask you the last question. Among the options where I go give you, choose the one where they give better gaming experience where person no fit forget. A, to use your data they watch match early momo. B, they listen to your uncle where be your bangers sports guru. C, Betano. The correct answer now, Betano. Don't go tell yourself, if you join the Pata betting platform for inside Nigeria, we get different betting options, fast cash out, missions where they engage, betting jara features, and we go welcome you with bonus of 200,000 naira. Betano, the game don't start. Bet responsibly, only for people who don't pass 18 years. Betano now proud partner of Aston Villa.
Madam, I beg, bring one cold can of Malta Guinness.
I beg, make them two. Quick, before driver move.
Oh yeah, take. One na 600 naira. So now 1,200 for the two.
Yes, so Malta Guinness is now 600 naira. Now you get the same refreshing, nourishing, rich premium Malta Guinness for just 600 naira. Available at stores near you. Malta Guinness, here for every kind of you.
In the kitchen game, there are players and then Agba Ballers, MVP, Player of the Year, 10-0, no rival. Become an Agba Baller with the new improved Maggi chicken flavor, made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric to bring out your top game in the kitchen. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
Hi, this is Nene from the boat safety team. You can't see us, but we're right here with you on every boat ride. To your left is the ride insurance team. We insure your ride as soon as your trip starts. To your right is the record audio team. We keep a recording of your trip for 24 hours in case you need it later. And behind you is the customer support team, ready to chat 24/7. We're the boat safety team, by your side on every ride.
Hey, rewards don't land. When I buy airtime and data on any network,
I get up to 10% cash back.
I pay my NEPA, DSTV, or StarTimes and call
3% cash back.
Now so, smart cash back, don't get reloaded.
And they load my wallet.
Hey, it's the Smart Cash Cashback Reloaded. Top up airtime or data on any network and get up to 10% cashback. Or pay your electricity or cable TV bill and get 3% cashback sharply. Only on Smart Cash. No dull yourself. Download the Smart Cash app or dial *939# to start today.
Terms and conditions, Deja.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Subscribe daily to Nigeria Info, and you'll be so glad you did.
Whose dad is the police officer who's cocking his gun to shoot at me because I don't have 200 naira to give him?
Europe is concerned about Taiwan because America is concerned about Taiwan.
You can't say you don't like trouble. Well, trouble has come, so what are you going to do? Negotiate?
It's all day long, 24/7, on your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it's game on.
It's the sort of way that if we wish our guys then were here to listen how creative we can be. Just see what a commercial break can do for us. The mad ideas we've just the mad ideas we've just come up. $150 million worth of ideas we just came up with to blow this company out of the water into international stage. But don't worry, we're coming for you. Welcome back to the show, Game On 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're going straight to the phone lines now to hear from you. What do you make of the conversation?
Have you seen the message from Swan?
What did they say?
What did they say?
They put out a press release
that they should give us money.
Nigerian sports journalists deserve better attention, recognition for years of hard work and dedication. That's the Sports Writers Association of Nigeria, SWAN. I mean, after the president doled out all of those monies and there was no mention for
the journalists who covered the tournament.
Which is sparking explosive conversations on social media as well.
True talk.
Well, I think when it was Puja who started that, movement now, because it looks like a movement.
It was a question he just asked.
For Swan to carry that is now like a movement.
Yes.
When he now put that out, I said, okay. Not because I was in Morocco, but the job itself is a thankless job.
Yes, I mean,
however,
you decide to do
however,
this,
you know what you're getting into is a thankless job. We can count how many of us that like we don't get that kind of money. We say you just wake up, say you want to enter Canada, just go chat phone, just maybe a handful. But however, we are comfortable, we are not hungry, we are not begging. It's a valid point, not because I was there. Now let me open up. Let me now open up and be real with this one is an untold part of the experience. Let Lagos hear. So we were about maybe 20 journalists for Legacy Media, if you know what I mean. Then the rest were content creators. Who went to Morocco with hope that when they get there, self-funded, when they get there, that they will create content that brands will reach out to them and give them money to feed.
Oh.
Yes. I know some of our colleagues that we had to house where we buy food for. People also buy food for me because at some point my savings sunk into this. My savings, my own personal money sunk into this. And with the women's football again, back to it, brands don't want to associate. They're dealing with numbers. They're dealing with the KPI. If it's the Super Eagles of Nigeria, brands will pop up. I know how many brands I reached out to. Multinationals. I reached out, I said, please, sponsorship, this is what you're going to get, this is what you're going to get. And they said, no, it's not part of our plan, it's not part of our budget. So going to cover, Toby and Pooja, they were in 2020, they swore. They swore that they will never cover women's tournament anymore because they went there and they incurred loss. What we did was passion. Almost everybody ran out of money the last week. It was difficult to eat. Not because, we are broke, but because if there were sponsors, as it were now, life would have been easier. In a room, like 5 people fit just park there because Morocco, expensive country. So I understand the POV. So all of those people you saw, all of those content, self-funded, most of them. Even the ones that got small sponsorship. And brands, when they tell this is what we can offer, go force them pass. Now you go now use your brain. How do I argument? Most of them self-funded. And they came back broke. Despite creating the content, entertaining people, they came back broke. So I understand the POV where this is coming from. If his channel, now NFF president, he's the one that would say, okay, you know what, guys, how many of you were there? And not just that they were there, they were the fans. We were the fans at the Morocco. There was no Nigerian Supporters Club. Our colleagues removed their accreditation tag and went to the fan zone to stay to cheer. All of those noise you guys were hearing.
If you watched it, you would have seen.
Olori Sport. I didn't go because I didn't have that energy to start shouting. I was in the media trip. Ayeba. Now our mama be this, so we don't get another.
I was hearing.
So what they now did was, and again, even the Moroccan fans, they complained about match tickets. Some of them came to me like, what can we do for them? That they want to buy ticket. Well, it would appear that the NFF didn't really.
Nigerian fans.
Yes, that raising Morocco. They want to come. People love the Super Falcons. Because they know they're a consistent team. They did it to the forehand like that. So Nigerians want to associate with success. Some of them are like, is there any how we can reach out to the federation? They want more ticket that they want to come. So after match day 1, match day 2 in that Labis Woli in Casablanca, they didn't really get the allocation. The rest of them was the journalists that turned fans. They will leave the media tribune where they were supposed to be monitoring games. They will go and be chanting. All of the energy sunken. So they were not just journalists. I also told you that I'm a fan. That I'm sorry that we thought we were going there as we are fans. We're encouraging, we're supporting the girls. So if there's something they can do to help, but we're not feeling entitled. We're not like making it as a must give us. But if they won't give us something,
at the very least, a conversation that should be had.
It's well deserved. It's well deserved.
President Benjamin of Swan commended the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, state governors and past Nigerian leaders for rewarding athletes and technical officials with cash, houses, and national honors for their achievement. However, he stressed that the media, who play a foundational role in amplifying these successes, must also be acknowledged.
We're waiting for the powers that be. Maybe this should be the NFF president. He may not be from the money from Tinubu, the money from the prize money, $1 million, where the NFF are going to get 70%, then the girls are going to get 30%.
Whose responsibility is this? There's a Journalists Association of Nigeria,
which is
this Association of Nigeria.
In developed world, Sam. I mean, the government. Listen. Then again, this is not funding; it is gifts. That's what they're asking for. But ideally, the press is usually as independent, not just in its reportage, but in its reward system. There are NGOs, there are companies, outfits that specially, all right, fund these things. Ideally, it's not something you want to start doing where the government is the one having to maybe give monies out to media. No, it shouldn't be that way. All right, but I mean, you get where they're coming from. I mean, if you are giving gifts and everything, these people have also been committed to the cause. They have covered this tournament. They also deserve something. It's not a right, all right.
I was just gonna say that
it's not a right, but yeah.
Because if we're talking about government, coming out to if it's going to be seen as a responsibility of the government, which is not. The government creates an enabling environment for free reporting, for journalists and all of that. Then you say, if I'm going to be rewarding you with money, I know it's not politics where we can say, okay, I don't they buy your voice and buy what you're reporting and all of that. Then it puts into question why the government should not have a say on what you do.
Even though it's still tricky, because whether it's politics or not, reportage in sports also may need you to call out the government,
and then because you've collected cash sums, you're not calling out the government.
Which is why I'm saying that. In no proper country would you see the government. In terms of funding media. No, the media is supposed to sort itself out with other structures.
Through the brands now, the brands that we reached out to. Now look, branding. The AFCON now is going to happen in December, right? Brands will even be the ones reaching out to
media houses
and
organizations
and content creators. I want you to do this thing for more women. Nobody, and then they say it's KPI there. But I'm happy that the Falcons have achieved what they achieved. Not just the Falcons. We saw that final. It was one of the most tactical finals ever in the history of women's football. It was highly and keenly contested in every area. The football itself, the manner in which we ended. I mean, everybody likes drama. It ended dramatically.
Give us the biggest of drama.
And they've even topped the miracle of Rabat. The miracle of Rabat, of course.
We've said enough. Let's go. We'll come back to this conversation and try to establish something here. But let's go back to the phone lines. 020127709930, 0201465790. We're talking about if you agree that rewarding athletes should be financial or not. And if you think, now let me put a disclaimer here. You don't call and make this a political conversation or an attack on the presidency and all of that. If you in any way attempt to do that, we'll have to yank you off. You have to be civil. You have to be disciplined in your opinion. This is not to attack anybody. We are attacking an aspect of the conversation. We're not attacking the persons. We're not even attacking anybody. So don't call in if you're not going to be civil, if you're not going to be responsible for your statement, then please, you can sit out the conversation. Put together your thoughts and give us a very, very good contribution to the conversation, all right? I'm glad you can do that for me. Take the first call. Good evening to you. You should turn off your radio set when you call in, all right?
Okay, good evening.
And you should speak up as well.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name?
This is Ake from Ibejileke.
All right, talk to us.
Yes, what I just see concerning this monetary reward is good. Very, very, very good. In my own opinion. That's it.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for calling.
Okay.
All right. Good evening to you.
Hello. Good evening, Samuel.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, The Voice and Adezi.
You're welcome.
Now you are welcome back to Nigeria.
Yeah, she's saying hi.
Yeah, Tony, I'm very happy. All of us are happy that our Super Falcon, they were rewarded with money, because if my sister is among them, I believe by now, maybe the next 2 weeks I will not come to work again. So, having said that, Samuel, Tony said something. Are we able to maintain this standard? The targets now, they are playing basketball, the Afro Africa.
Yeah, Afro basket.
Afro basket. If they win, if they happen to win, can we maintain this standard? next year Nation Cup, if the Super Eagles happen to win the Nation Cup, can we maintain this standard? Because you cannot give the Super Falcon over 153 million naira. The Super Eagles will be expecting something like 200 million naira.
Why should they be expecting that?
Okay, let's assume they are not expecting 200. Are you going to give them 50 million?
Should we even be rewarding with money in the first place? Do you believe we should be rewarding with money? No, should we? In your opinion, should we?
Yes. No, I listened to the president. He said this is a motivation to the upcoming guests. Okay, the upcoming guests that this money will motivate. It's just a facility that they are going to use to train.
All right.
Samuel, look at one of the Super Eagle players. Look at what a mini stadium is built in Ajegule here. I don't know if you watch it on that day. I have visited that stadium because it's close to my working place. This is it not one of
Wilfred?
The
I think it's Wilfred Ndidi. Yes.
Yes, Wilfred Ndidi. Look at the mini stadium that he has built. Look at what the youth are doing now, training in that stadium. Is it not supposed to be what the government is supposed to be doing somewhere? That the president, it will be a motivation. Can all those who this we aspire them to become a footballer? Are they going to be training in their father parlor?
All right, thank you. I appreciate you for calling. Should monetary reward be given to sportsmen and women? That'd be the conversation we're having today. Is that a call?
Sam, I think you may need to reshuffle that
question. I'm thinking about that too. Because
use heavy
monetary reward.
Brilliant.
But even at that, should we even be rewarding with money? Should we be rewarding with money in the first place?
I have just told you that it is global practice.
So what constitutes heavy, Tony? What constitutes heavy? Because then we're going to have to be putting a sum to it.
Yes.
Saying, okay, 100,000, 200,000.
In this context, we have never seen,
to this level.
Ever, no national team have been giving as much as this, $100,000 US.
But Mary Akinshola, the media officer, said in that interview that no national team in Nigeria
have hit this mark.
She was comparing the stats to China and other countries.
Like I said, it is a 10th continental title. No team have that in the world, which is special. But again, $100,000 US is a stretch. Listen, personally, Anthony thinks that, listen, you can reward them with whatever. But the optics, that is where we now begin to have the conversation. Things like this sparks conversation across board because you are giving this money and, you look back at the structures. There are no structures for this girl. In fact, over time, we have prioritized, we're being a rewarder of result-based outcomes.
Yeah, that's true.
That's process.
That's true.
The process is often irrelevant in the, grand scheme of things generally. We're concerned about what did they get, not how did they get there or how did they get what they got. All right, so that's where people are now beginning to talk. And that's what a move like this can do. It will make people start asking questions. You're giving out this money. How do you create proper systems that ensure that in the future you don't necessarily have to give 100,000? Some people have talked about pension, serving the country in different ways beyond national honors. There should be issues of lifetime pensions, health fund, and all of these things. Better structures to ensure that even if you are giving $20,000, the structures that are put in for you for life is even more valuable. $100,000 is a lot of money, but it can finish. It will finish if you don't manage it well.
To cast aspersions on the quality on the persons that are receiving these monies, I know them not apart from what they do, their trade that they apply, and how they express themselves on the pitch of play. But if you ask, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll apologize if I need to.
Yeah.
Most of these people will receive, and we're not talking about the Super Falcons just here. We're talking about generally.
Yeah.
Most of the athletes who go out will tell you, I don't give whatever about your facilities. Give me the money. Let me go and take care of myself.
Do you know why?
That's on the one hand, Tony. Sorry, before I lose this line of thought. We're talking about the government because this is the government, the president rewarding the athletes. You also mentioned that the Super Falcons, the Super Eagles, rewarded the athletes, right?
Yes. 30 million.
30 million. Individuals will reward the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Why then do we criticize the government, or why are people criticizing the government when we can also criticize the individuals, saying, why give them that money? If they've received the 150 million naira from the government, why am I adding more to that? Why don't I take that 30 million, that 20 million, that 50 million
and divert
it into something else? So this is not just a blame on the government. This is also a blame on you and I.
For gifting them?
For gifting them as well.
I mean, Sam, that becomes even more complex. All right. I don't think that you can dictate to somebody who, out of his heart and love, decides to say, Sam, you have done well. Take this. We don't have any right to question.
Why then do we?
No.
Why then do we do that?
The
to
case
the other
is
party?
different. In the case of the president, it's public wealth. Again, I've said it. You can't compare personal. I mean, the Eagles coming together to give them, or personal people giving them gift. That's personal.
Tony, if the president gives now we're not talking about giving money. We're talking about the weight of the money.
Yes.
If Nigeria is giving 150 million, and Samuel Victor Akpan, as a rich man, decides to give another 150 million,
that's you.
That's the point. We're not talking about the weight of the money now.
So
right?
Okay.
We're not making it a conversation about who's giving the money. You see the divide there. Now it's because it's the government giving the money.
Exactly.
If Otedola or Adenuga
that's his money. That's his money. He can choose to do as he please.
If we said the president giving is wrong, then why is it not wrong that I as an individual is giving the same money to the same person?
How is it wrong?
How is it not wrong?
No, Sam.
Because you tell me on one hand.
No, Sam. It's not the same, and it's what I'm explaining to you. It's not the same.
What makes it not the same?
It's different. This is private and public. If I personally, out of my wealth, I say Falcons take 200, it's my choice, it's my money. You have no right to tell me how to spend it. But when it becomes at the national level, where it is taxpayers' money, country's wealth, public fund, people can and do have the right to say, I don't think this money is too small, or I think this money is too. Nigerians have the right, those that are complaining have the right to say, this money is too much.
It's not a denial of the right to complain.
Okay.
It is understanding what the complaint is and if it is justified.
Is the complaint justified?
Yes.
Is it justified? Maybe, maybe not, because genuinely there are strong points to back it. I mean, people are saying you're giving $100,000. Look at the country you're in. I mean, look at the state of things. From sports across board, I mean, things are bad, right?
Fair enough.
And you're giving out these monies that can be properly used.
The same way these monies can be properly used from individuals to develop grassroots. We talk about NDD building facilities here. Why can't that 1 million, 30 million not go there?
It is not your right to demand, except we are working in a communalist society where you and I are supposed to come together, bring our resources to improve the society. This is not a communalist society, genuinely. All right? You have a government who you elect people into that government to ensure that, hey, things that concerns you are well handled. If personal individuals have the monies to now contribute to societal development, then great. But it's not their responsibility.
Tony,
it is not also your right to
establish.
Right? Do you get me now?
If you're performing that act, it's not. You're not.
Do
you
get me now?
I get it. If you're not giving that money to your sister, you're not giving it to your brother, right? You're not giving it to your cousin. You're giving it to people who have served the country. I totally get that, and I'm not saying the aspect of the conversation that is blaming the government. I'm not even getting to that conversation. I'm saying what makes it wrong. If you said the president and Nigerians and the state government and the local government should not be given that heavy amount because it's wrong to give that heavy amount for winning the WAFCON, then what justifies you telling me because it's Sam? So that's shooting at the wrong hole, right? Doing that is shooting at the wrong hole. What justifies me as an individual shooting at the same wrong hole? If the hole is wrong, nobody should be shooting there.
I get your point, all right, but you can't control that. You can't control what individuals do.
Absolutely,
with their money.
Absolutely, I'm just saying, let's be aware of that.
Yes,
let's be aware of that.
We can have that at the back of our mind, but to be honest, that's not our interest.
That's my interest.
Well, it can be yours, but we are talking about national interest now. That's a focus. Let's not be distracted into.
This is also national interest as well, Tony. What are we talking about? This is national interest.
I get you. All right, but we can't control what people do with their wealth. I mean, you're of the opinion that we should all think towards the same
line. Yeah,
I get it. You make a good point, but let's focus on this situation directly, because this is our government, all right? Every decision they make, we
counts.
And we have the right
to attack them for it.
You know, so my point is, see, I am of the opinion that multiple truths can coexist. $100,000 is not, it's not bad if you have the money. It's not bad, but what the optics does is it begins to spark questions like, especially when it's happening in a country that is struggling, that, I mean, a lot of people are living in poverty, and the systems are not aiding, are not helping, you know, younger players, are not giving younger players a better route to become superstars. I mean, we go to the NWFL and we see how much some of these girls are paid. Some of them wear terrible boots. They can't even buy proper boots and all of that. It sparks questions, and it says that, hey, the government, you have to deal with rudimental things. These monies, you have to divert them into structural changes and create an enabling environment. When you do that, you can reward as much as you know, when you do the basics. You, like I said, we run a outcome process where we are concerned about, they have won, now let's give them money then?
Yeah,
you know, we're not concerned about how did they get there, how do they continue to get there, how do we fund the how that they will continuously get there. All right, why do we have to wait until they get there and then we bring up money, all right, that we could have used structurally to help the nation generally and improve things, and then splurge? The mindset is not a right mindset. It's not sustainable.
All right, we'll be right back.
Be right back. Oh yeah, pay your money from the back. I beg, I don't get change, oh.
Conductor, take the money.
I don't come again. Where I won't find change for this big money now?
Okay, just take the money.
Auntie, I don't get change, oh. If you know say you don't get change, you better come down now.
Calm down, boss. No need for change. I go pay for everybody inside this bus, plus you and the driver there.
Cash, madam. You get money, oh.
So I just want to share the goodness. In fact, soft drink. Bring one Malta Guinness for everybody.
It's always a good time to share goodness and spread positivity. Malta Guinness. Enjoy a world of good.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that. My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your peak?
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.